feeling? Are you feeling it?
Well, I mean, I want to smoke a blunt. I want to smoke a blunt, and I've already hit the record button.
So
it's like, it's just what's happening. So.
That's what's happening.
Oh, did I do that? No, you did that. I guess, dude, I like that.
That was a pretty damn good song.
I like Schoolhouse Rock, dude. I could literally sit. I think I am gonna sit because I'm gonna be here by myself, depressingly. So I'm just going. I think I'm going to like watch Schoolhouse Rock episodes when you leave, and just wait for this to upload to the webs, and I'm just gonna send this to you after I get through watching.
Yeah. How long does it usually take
Schoolhouse Rock?
Or is it just like as long as the pod is?
Yeah, however long we end up.
That's a good way to pass the time. You can
Right?
do like
Yeah,
3
I'm
or
just
4
sitting here
segments.
watching. Yeah.
You can watch verb, conjunctions, bills, and melting pot, and you'll be about done.
Yeah.
And adverbs.
What do you? What? I want to do. Hold on, man. Well, look, I'm gonna ask you a question.
What?
It has nothing to do with nothing, so that I can go bust this blunt real quick.
All right. I'm curious.
But how do you feel about Rick and Morty as a whole, as far as like they've changed?
How they've changed?
How they've developed from the beginning to where they are now.
Right. I will say, yeah, I love how much they've developed, because like we did watch the first episode pretty recently, and I was like, man, they've come a long way with their their timing and their writing, vocal performance, music. Like when they decide they're gonna add music in different scenes, like everything is just gotten exponentially better since the first season. But I will say that they have become very aware of how infamous they are, so they do reference themselves a lot, which is a little but you know, Deadpool does it too.
Yeah, I think it's just part of the fourth wall thing, but I think it's also just part of the continuing what they started. Is they created their monster, like, hey, we're in a TV show. It's like whatever. They created that in season 1. They established it in season 1, and it just has to keep going. It's just like a never-ending. A never-ending story. And see, that's why we definitely have to keep that in. So you gotta introduce yourself. We gotta introduce intros now.
All right, y'all. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all of the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk. I forgot to say hello, you beautiful nerds, because you nerds are beautiful. I'm joined, as always, by my brother Bill. How you doing, Bill?
I got my swagger back, yo.
My name is.
Look, y'all gotta go look that up if y'all don't. You already said your name. Didn't you say your name?
No.
Say your name.
My name is Alex LaFoster, and today we are talking about. Well, first of all, you should just go ahead and just pause this. Go Google. I got my swagger back. Watch that video. Come back.
Come right back. Come right back. It's quick.
But today we're going to be talking about the 3rd episode of Disney Plus's brand new television series, Book of Boba Fett. A lot to get into. Man, that Ludwig Göransson
first of
knows
all,
how to write a theme song.
Completely stole that from. Wow, just brain farted.
Oh,
but Galaxy. Goddamn. No, it's fucking Starbuck.
Oh, Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it does have Battlestar Galactica vibes for sure. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's exactly what it is.
But I will say it's catchier.
Dude, it's the same thing. Dude, bro, don't you dare fucking try to act like this.
It's definitely the same vibe.
What's crazy is the end of the episode. So that's what's the trippiest part.
Yeah.
It's just like the end of the episode. It's the same thing. They do the same thing at the end of both episodes. Look, I just rewatched all of Battlestar Galactica's episodes.
If you haven't watched Battlestar Galactica, do yourself a favor. But go ahead.
Yeah, because we're going to spoil everything. If you hadn't watched it over here, we going to just reference Battlestar Galactica in many times.
Yeah.
And
it's a big part
you
of
won't even know what we're talking about. Actually, I guess that's not really spoiling because you won't even know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
So anyway. And yeah, it just dawned on me when we watched it recently. Like, we just watched this shit like 5 minutes ago, guys. So you're getting fresh reaction to I'd say the best television show on television right this second.
Oh, hot take.
I mean on television.
Yeah.
So not ones that are on hiatus.
Right.
I'm talking about the one.
Well, that does lower the competition a little bit. But while we are talking about the music, like I will say, like Ludwig, there's definitely some influence from Battlestar Galactica. I definitely hear that. And when he did the Mandalorian theme song, that was definitely very good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, but that goes back to the
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian goes way back to the spaghetti western.
Yeah,
that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mandalorian did a great job of mixing that western theme. Which it's funny because it's very much knowing the mindsets of the two directors, like the Western vibe is very much Jon Favreau and the samurai vibe is very much Dave Filoni, and like it creates a really authentic vibe for the show because obviously the original Star Wars was like samurai Western in space.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into this.
Let's jump in, balls
Episode
deep.
3. I'm getting balls deep in this bit. Let's get balls deep real quick. Episode 3. Boba Fett goes to get his money.
What did you think of this third episode first?
Well, like I said,
thoughts?
Boba Fett goes to get his money, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what I'm thinking about the episode at the end of the episode. But Boba Fett goes to get his money. Right? Mm-hmm. Then what does he ride on his way there, Alex?
A Bantha.
Banthas.
There's going to be Banthas in every episode this season, it looks like.
Banthas. And what did I tell you? If you see a Bantha, he's probably about to
die?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
That's true.
Banthas are the new black guy in the movie from the 90s. Like, but for you 90s babies, back in the day, in the 90s movies, the first person to die in the movie all the time from the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up into the early 2000s. The black guy was the first guy to die.
Yeah.
He'd always start out with something like, this year is going to be the year that I lose all this weight.
Right.
When we get back home, I'm going to buy myself a boat.
Right.
Shit like that. And then they would kill him.
They would just
He
die.
would just die. Like, he'd be like, God damn. He would either, like, his heart would explode, he'd get shot, fucking motherfucker's foot would get cut off, and then his foot would hit himself in the eye, and he would die. Something crazy would happen.
Yeah, nowadays they make the black person live to the end just so they can make it seem like, oh, we're woke.
Well, we just gotten past it. We've gotten past it.
We have gotten past it.
We've gotten past it. So, but let me correct myself. I thought we had gotten past it. Because the Banthas are the new niggas. And they getting killed at the beginning of the episode. Bang, 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 bang.
Bang.
Oh, what? He came back and they done killed all the Banthas.
So messed up.
But I like the parallel for what's coming up later in the episode. At the end, they decide they got to go to war, right?
Right.
And it's in parallel with his flashback. He's got to now go to war because the lizard face, weird hammerhead dudes, they fucking
right.
killed all his Tusken people.
Right. real like shady too. They made it kind of seem like they were gonna like work with them or something like that, and before he can even like negotiate a situation, they just like
no, that wasn't them. It was the green people, not the. It wasn't the. No, it wasn't the syndicate people.
Oh, okay.
It was the gang.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. It was the gang. It was the gang. I was just thinking
drunk Banthas, ladies and gentlemen, drunk Banthas.
No, I mean, I was just thinking it was them because, like, I don't know. Like, it seemed like
you just missed it because you must have been writing down something because you were taking notes. So you must have missed. I'm saying you must have missed the gang sign.
No, I definitely noticed that. And we even talked about it. I don't know why I was just thinking just now that it was them.
Drunk Banthas. That's the reason. I told you.
So Boba's trying to figure out how to rule as Doima. And again, he seems like more of a
Doima, or I thought it was Doma. I thought it was pronounced.
It
Doma.
seems like I don't know if it's his Australian accent, but
yeah, it's the New Zealand accent, man.
But like, it seemed like even the white lady even said Doima, but
it's the New Zealand accent.
I
don't think that you understand.
But again, he does seem like a Tony Soprano type. Like he's like benevolent, anti-hero type.
What are you doing?
Guys, like
I told you not to come around there. I told you.
That's a really good James Gandolfini.
I told you. Wait, how many times do I have to keep telling you? Look, give me a cannoli.
Some gabagool.
Hey, you motherfuckers! If you like and subscribe right now.
Like and subscribe if you want to see Boba eat some gabagool in the next episode.
Now, of course, as soon as I wanted to say like and subscribe, my fucking Tony Soprano gets terrible.
Yeah, like Boba is trying to like show that he's a different kind of leader than Jabba or the Hutts or that weird pale dude. I forgot his name.
The dude with the dingalings for headpieces.
Yeah.
Who is the people with dingaling heads? Why do all of them have better teeth than he did? Why is that?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
I don't remember his name.
I forget his name too. I mean,
he's the dude that
people
Boba
in the comments,
actually
y'all
killed.
Know for sure.
The dude that Boba actually killed because they act like he killed. What's his name?
Oh, Jabba?
Jabba.
Yeah, they act like he killed Jabba.
Everybody acts like he killed Jabba. Like, oh, wow. Why didn't y'all come up when old buddy was over here? Wait a minute. Y'all was all... Wait a minute.
Right?
Why didn't y'all try to press him like that?
Yeah, it seemed like he was chilling. Seemed like he was mad chilling.
We just came up here and shot this nigga. Didn't nobody even try to stop us. They just came in. Finnick and Boba Fett came in at the end of the post-credit scene.
Right.
Mandalorian, and they shot this dude in the chest. And then he died.
Cold-blooded.
Nobody tried to stop him. Everybody left when they got there. As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, everybody just dipped.
Everybody left.
But I am curious.
So I'm just saying, like, this all seems kind of set up. Mm-hmm. Like, Boba Fett might have taken bait that he didn't realize was bait. Like, people been waiting for something like this to take place. They just been sitting back and, biding their time.
Right. Yeah, that's a possibility for sure, because it does seem like a lot of stuff is happening as soon as he came into town. I am a little curious, and I'm sure that they'll get to this, and like Mandalorian season 1 and 2, the whole of the season tells a grander story than each individual episode. But I'm curious of why he wants the throne in Tatooine. I know he used to work for Jabba, but I'm very curious of why he wants this specific
I think he
kingdom.
wants to get revenge on the lizard people, unless he gets revenge in the next season. Oh, no, yeah, no. You know what? I'm taking that back. My theory is he's going to get revenge in the next episode, which is going to continue the parallel with his current, the present day Boba Fett, who is going to get revenge on the people who've been trying to fucking kill him.
Right. Yeah, that would make sense.
Get revenge on the mayor. Yeah. Getting revenge on the mayor.
That would make sense, like that, because Boba's character seems like a really smart guy, and it would make sense that he has like some sort of grand plan for coming here. Because right now it seems like he just like he showed up and he was like, all right, I'm gonna be king, and all this kind of shit's just happening to him. And I'm just kind of curious.
Seems
what
like he didn't
wants.
prepare for it too, to some degree.
Yeah, and also I'm very curious why he's so damn hurt. He didn't seem that hurt in Mandalorian, but now it seems like every episode he's in the tank.
Listen, in Mandalorian, that's what they're trying to show you. Did you not see him just take on a Wookiee? He's stronger than he would have been in the Mandalorian. Mm. He's stronger than he would have been when he was fighting with the Tusken Raiders. Mm. He's getting himself back to full strength. Have you noticed he's getting his skin looks better every single time we see him now. Mm. He's getting more and more to his full strength. So right now we're probably dealing with about 70% of pure clone.
Right.
Because we gotta remember that's why he's like he's not just a dude who's a good fighter and smart he's like Mando, but he's actually a pure clone. He's a super Mando.
Right.
So just for all the people out there who don't quite understand, why was he able to take on this Wookiee and have his bones broke and then just get up and walk back down the stairs?
Right.
It's because he's not a regular human being. He's not a humanoid. He's a humanoid, not a human being.
Right.
He's a clone, built stronger bones, and he was not given any of the inhibitors that everyone else was given because Jango requested so. Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He is like the super clone of all the super clones. That's probably why all the other Stormtroopers suck in comparison.
That's why they can't shoot. I think they explained the reason the ones can't shoot now is because they're not clones.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. And and I'm glad you brought up the whole Wookiee fight scene because I said this when we were watching it. I would have been pissed if I was Boba and like all of my guards decided to come in and protect me after I'm getting my ass whooped. It's like this nigga done throw me all across the room. He could have ripped my arms off, shoved them up my ass in the time it took y'all to come in here.
I do think it was good because he did say at the big, like when they introduced the Black Wookiee,
Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce his name.
That's his name,
Too many consonants.
That's his name, y'all. That's his name, y'all. So, ain't got but one vowel in his name. So, yeah, when they introduced him, he said, I won't be, he's like, I'm not a sleeping whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Not
throw some shade at him.
Because, like, in the comic, apparently he had killed somebody in his sleep. And he was like, I ain't no sleeping motherfucker. So, like, blah,
right.
blah, blah. But, and then when he attacks him in his sleep.
Sleeping.
Like,
that's just
damn,
his move.
You ain't see this coming? You knew this was coming? You predicted this? You knew that was his move. You know he will only run up on niggas while they sleeping.
Yeah, you need extra security while you're sleeping.
You knew that this nigga was going to come around while you were sleeping. This is his MO.
I wish we would have delved into a little bit more because, like you said, like they met each other in the comics. And maybe he comes back. Maybe he decides he's going to roll with Boba later on. Because Boba is slowly building himself an army. Not the army that we thought. And we'll get to that later. But he did get himself a Rancor from Danny Trejo and the Hutts. What did you think of the return of the Rancor?
Man, shout out to the Rancor. You don't need no army. You run around on the back of a Rancor.
Right? Boba's like, I want to ride it. Danny was like, what?
Yeah, he was.
Nigga, nobody does that.
I thought he was just gonna say, "No one can ride a Rancor." But no, he was like, "What?"
Yeah,
like his LA accent came out. Then he stopped.
He said, "Nah, Holmes."
he stopped acting. Then he was like, "What, fool? Fuck out of here, fool! You can't do that."
And it made me think of, because like when Danny Trejo was talking about how they're very empathetic creatures and they form bonds with their owners.
Strong bonds with their owners.
Yeah. It made me think of Return of the Jedi. Something that I always thought about. After Luke kills the Rancor.
Oh, yeah.
There's like this dude who's clearly one of Jabba's henchmen, he walks over and he sees the Rancor
he was
and he
so
starts
sad.
crying. Yeah, he was so
crying.
sad. He had to get consoled by one of the Gamorreans.
The other Gamorrean was like,
I was like, damn.
Hey, man. It's okay, man. It's the Rancor, man. Look.
Yeah.
You lived a good life, man. Hey, man. Don't cry, buddy.
Don't cry.
Buddy.
And I thought that was like an interesting moment because
kind of brought it back.
then.
There must have been some writer who was like, yo, what if the Rancor, what if that's the reason? Because you know for a fact when these writers come in, especially the new ones, they sit down and they got to watch all the Star Wars, everything, go back and read, and then look at all the art that they had back in the day and all that shit.
God,
you know
that's
got to
be great.
Like, all right. It's got to be the worst, the worst fucking thing they ever had to do. Like, oh my God.
What'd you do for work today? I just looked through all of Rob McQuarrie's like concept drawings from 1977.
It was nothing. It was just a lazy day at work today. we just watched old clips of Star Wars that haven't been released to anyone. No one's ever seen it. It's crazy.
Research. Yeah, so to your point, it's
I think that they just definitely just brought it in.
Yeah. It's a bunch of people. The people who are writing and directing this shit are people who are our age who've never like known a life before Star Wars. So it's in their DNA, and like they're really deep diving into little things like that, like the relationship with Rancors and humans. I thought that was a really nice touch.
I do like how they didn't make the Rancor from the Rebels TV show, animated series TV show, because
now you know a little bit more about this.
It just doesn't make sense to do it and to force it in there like that. Like, just let that Rancor be the daddy or the baby mama of the goddamn Rancor.
Right.
Can't Rancor just have his own identity? Can we get a Rancor to get his own little thing going?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
what do you think a natural habitat for a Rancor is? Where do you think they hang
Water.
out?
No, I'm joking.
Well,
I'm thinking a cave since they
That's true, yeah.
Since they are they are cool with being blinded. You know what I mean? I'm thinking maybe their natural habitat is a cave. Since
they like the darkness.
In the dungeon. Yeah, they got them big. They got like 8 eyes on their head and the one on their nose or something like that. So
that's right. It does. Yeah, they got a cool design.
So they probably don't like a lot of light with all them eyes.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So that's probably a way you protect yourself from the.
And it might be
Rancor.
When you were bringing up the water earlier, they did mention in this episode, and I think that there's like something in like the older Star Wars novels where they mentioned this, that Tatooine used to be covered in water. And I thought that was interesting. I'm not sure if we'll ever get like a Star Wars prequel series where we go that far back in the past, but I do find that time period interesting. Like, you know, if you go 1,000 years but before the Luke Skywalker saga, there's some really interesting stories back then. A lot
Stole
of
it from Dune. It was a Dune thing. That was another Dune thing. Dune. Nope. Don't say it.
It's definitely taken from Dune.
I'm just saying.
What's his name? The guy who wrote Dune. He did a lot of like studies of ecology and like how a planet could go from being like a water-based planet to a desert-based planet. Like, he actually did the research. And George
apparently,
was like, I'll take that.
Right. No, but like, I'm talking about the people who are writing now are just they're deliberately using Dune stuff to kind of explain certain things. Like, they're just going with it. Like, oh yeah, we're just going to explain it the same way that they explain it.
It is a weird
Except
thing.
There's a theory on the internet, or at least like a half explanation, that it was destroyed. Like, Tatooine was bombed by some species of aliens that bombed it, and they made it to where the terrain was so desolate that it became.
Right.
But that's nothing saying that's nothing in the canon, obviously.
Right.
So
yeah, they did change. I mean, all the novels.
So I don't know. Like, nobody knows what really happened on Tatooine. So, which is really interesting because that's what the dude, what's his name that was in Hey Brother Where Art?
Stephen
Brother
Root.
Where Art? Stephen Root.
Yeah, I was so excited to see him. I was like, oh
God
shit,
damn.
it's Stephen. Like he's my friend or something.
Right? You did say that. You did get excited. Like we don't know him, Alex.
It's Dale from King of the Hill.
We don't know him.
Well,
We know
don't
actors in stuff. Don't know him.
Don't know him.
But yeah, it was like really dope. A callback to that when he said that he was like, "Well, see, interesting thing about that," and then they cut him off, and then they were like, "Oh, I know there was a whole bunch of nerds mad, like, no, let him speak on it, let him tell us what happened to Tatooine. How did the sands take over the ocean?"
That's one of the great things. Well, when world building is done really well is when people are just talking like everybody knows what's going on, not like they're trying to explain things to the audience. That's one of the things the first Star Wars movies did so well. They were talking about power converters and moisture farms and all this other shit that these words we never heard of before this movie came out, but it all made sense. And they didn't seem like they were trying to patronize to the audience. And I appreciate how they do that in these movies too. But it's also like half just speaking the language of the world and not patronizing the audience, and half just giving some fan service to the people who really know about all that shit.
Yeah, man, it was good for a second, and then, like we said earlier, motherfucking Boba Fett went to sleep and goddamn got beat up by a Wookiee. Now, listen.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Listen.
Yeah. I got you. What's up?
He pulled this motherfucker out of there and threw his ass around like a little raw rag doll, boy. He slung him around like a towel that had shit on it. He was like, ugh, get out of here.
Get it off me.
Throwing him around, man. I was like, God damn, bro, what you gonna do? And then I thought my little fucking theory was gonna come to fruition because he threw him right into his rocket launcher.
Oh, right.
I was like, oh, yep, there it is. He's about to hit him with the rocket launcher and blow his whole chest out. Just like I said he was going to do. It's just going to be nothing but Wookiee arms laying on the ground. No, he kept whooping his ass.
Yeah, he picked up a stick. I was like, why you pick
up that, bro? No, that was the wrong thing, bro.
Pick up the least lethal thing.
Pick up the rocket. Just shoot a rocket right now. Like, who cares if it hits him or don't hit him? Like, it'll be a distraction at least. Like, get the fuck out of there.
Right. That's one thing that's like a little like about some of these, and it's not just Book of Boba Fett. A lot of movies and TV shows do this. When you have like, and they did this in a little bit in the first episode too, when Boba was fighting the big sand monster. When you fight this monster, when people are fighting this overpowering monster who could just like snap their fingers and break your neck. It's crazy when they just like, I'm gonna grab you and then throw you across the room and then grab you and then throw you across the room. It's like you could have killed him 6 times.
And I'm gonna hit you. And I'm gonna hit you with one hand. And then, but I couldn't have just hit you in the head and knocked your whole head off. I don't know why I didn't do that, but I'll do it next time that I think about doing it.
Yeah, he could have even when he.
I
bit
agree.
His hand,
I agree. But.
And these are nitpicks.
No. The reason it is different with Boba Fett is because he's actually strong enough. That's what those, he is strong enough. He is like durable enough, strong, super powered enough to take those kinds of beatings. That's why he was a Jedi killer. That's what he was made for. He was made to kill Jedi. So, therefore, I don't see a problem with it in this case. So when the Wookiee bit his arm and he was like, "Get up off my arm,"
it's like, damn, I would have liked to see like some blood in the next scene or something, like his hand wrapped
Plus.
up.
What are you watching? You're watching Disney Plus.
A bandage on his hand in the next scene. I don't know.
Well, he got the tank. I mean, come on.
That's true.
So
they do have the
I'm
the
just getting the
special
tank.
technology.
and just getting a tank. I was where he was at anyway. He was just interrupted.
So I'm just going to go lay back down.
Yeah. I'm just gonna all right, I'll be right back. I'm just going to go lay back down. Don't have me be disturbed again.
It's like, do your job, goddammit.
Yes. He's just the nicest fucking bad guy. Right?
Yeah.
Like, why did he... That's the one thing I don't like is he's all of a sudden just like the super nice dude. Like, wait a minute. Did he just have a change of heart? Like, because he's like sitting down in the Swirlac. What's that his name? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, Sarlacc pit.
Sarlacc pit. He's in the Sarlacc pit. Like, there's like this soft music playing. Like, he's just like looking up like, how did I fucking get to this situation? I should have never fucked with the dark side. Look at this. They just left me. Everybody just left me. They didn't all die. I heard them walk away.
If I ever get out of here.
I'm going to kill every one of those motherfuckers that wear one of those stupid white helmets. They're not even clones anymore.
Do you feel like he's ever going to bring up his time that he spent with Darth Vader? No, I'm not expecting a flashback or anything
Well, he
like
kind
that.
of mentioned it to the black Wookiee, like, yo, don't hang out with scum. Because trust me, like, hey, it ain't worth it. He's saying it ain't worth it because he ended up in the goddamn Sarlacc pit.
Right.
Like, hey, bro, I got a lot. I know I look at how I look right now. I'm looking good. But let me tell you, I didn't always look this good. Took a lot of work to get back where I'm at.
Yeah, I kind of hope that we see the Black Wookiee again, even though I can't pronounce his name. But the design of that dude is just fucking dope. I feel like they really perfected the prosthetics and the makeup and costuming and everything for the Wookiees because it blends with his eyes and everything really, really well.
I like how they showed he has a myriad of weapons and he definitely has those brass knuckles in the comics.
Yeah, he's not just like Chewie.
So they wanted to show off like how he is like a real bounty hunter, like with the ilk of Boba Fett.
Right. Yes, it's interesting.
But got his ass kicked by Obi-Wan. That's what I'm talking about now.
Oh, did he? I need to get into the Star Wars comics. I haven't really read any of them.
Do you?
I've heard they're good. I've heard there's some. I heard like there's a Darth Maul run that's really good and a Darth Vader run that's really, really good.
I mean, yeah. Look. I have to not be as nerdy as possible. You
have to be as nerdy as possible.
I just, I get it in. I do my nerd. I nerd my nerd, and then you're, and everybody else, y'all nerd enough for me to not have to nerd all the way. Nerd.
We reciprocate each other's nerds, and we nerd all over each other's.
I make
places.
a lot of music, people. I make a lot of music, and then I can't be as nerdy as y'all sometimes. I want to. I secretly want to be.
So
as nerdy
if you're out there having sex while watching Boba Fett, you're winning.
Winning more than me, actually. Shit. I was watching it with this motherfucker, so. Winning more than both of us. So, yeah. What happened after that?
What did you think? So Boba decides he's going to confront the mayor.
The mayor.
Because
nobody's saying that online. I thought that was going to take off.
Actually, somebody shouted you out in the comments.
It was me. I think it was me.
No.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. I didn't see it.
But yeah, Boba and his new motorcycle gang from American Graffiti. They chased down the fucking mayor's assistant. And
yeah. The slowest car chase in the history of television.
Ridiculous how slow that chase scene was.
Oh my god, it was. I would have preferred it be all in CGI rather than them using the practical effects and then only using CGI for stuff that they hit.
Yeah, yo, I know that I am a big practical versus CGI guy, but I'm more of a fan of CGI in this situation because that chase scene was so damn slow. Obviously, they used practical motorcycles and the practical speeder, and maybe use some CGI for like the dust and debris, but that scene was so very slow and also useless because apparently Boba Fett could have caught up with him with his jetpack.
Right, he just showed up. He's like, "See, I could have caught up with you anyway, nigga. Look, bow. See, you were never going nowhere. Look, now you done fucked up your speeder. You was gonna tell me where he was at anyway." And then it seemed like that didn't matter.
Yeah, it seemed like that was just there because they needed another like sort of action scene because this was there not a lot of happened in this episode.
Like, then we just like see ships landing, and we never see the mayor, and then we're just like, oh, some stuff just showed up, bruh. Hey, one eye guy.
Yeah.
What did you call him before? Because he got the.
Jackhammer foot.
Jackhammer foot. See, the car chase involved the best part of the car chase involved Jackhammer foot and blowtorch hand. And blowtorch hand looked like he had the cooler of the two, but then
he got straight washed.
He got straight washed. And for everybody who watched the episode, they know, man, blowtorch hand was not cooler than Jackhammer foot. Jackhammer foot did at least some more damage, I feel like, too.
Yeah, and he got some lines at the end where he made that corny joke about his eye.
Don't worry, I paid a lot of money for this eye.
It's like, that's hilarious.
It's like, that's funny. I wonder if he's actually British or if he's just doing like his best Jason Statham.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Don't worry about my eye, yeah?
Yeah. You do me better than me.
This was probably my least favorite episode.
I just watched Snatch last night too. No, it wasn't. Was it last night? It was 2 nights ago. Like
you like dags?
You like dags? I got me a dag.
I really. This is probably my least favorite episode. Not to say I didn't like it, but it was slow, and it ended faster than I'd expected to. And I think that this
because
season
they gave you too much on that last episode. See, last episode was so long.
Was slamming.
It was so long, and then you thought, "Oh, this is how this is supposed to be." That's why I checked how long it was right at the beginning. Like, oh, it's only gonna be 30 minutes. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
because see. Expectation would have had me like, oh yeah.
So I did hear, this is a little slight, very vague spoiler for you folks out there.
Suck my dick.
I'm
sorry, that's fair. I'm sorry. That's aggressive.
Listen to the Fat Man on Batman podcast with Kevin Smith, and he was talking to his old DP, who's the DP for Book of Boba Fett, and he was saying that episodes 5, 6, and 7 are the ones to look out for. Obviously, those are the last 3 episodes. Those are probably going to be the ones that are going to be the most interesting anyway, just because that's just the name of television. But yeah, those probably going to be the ones where the story gets at the height of its powers, probably, where it gets super actiony.
He's got to get in the tank.
The tank?
Boba.
What tank?
The healing tank.
Oh, I'm thinking like a shooting tank.
You crazy?
I was like, there's a tank. Say word, you got a tank.
Say word, you got a tank, son. Say word, you got a tank, bro. Use a lie, you ain't got no tank. Cause you ain't got no army.
You ain't got no army. Speaking of ain't got no army, so we did predict in the last episode that eventually he's gonna come back with the Tusken Raiders.
I think there's a chance. Still could happen.
There's a chance it still could happen because there's only one tribe.
And he only buried he only burned up 5 bodies.
Yeah.
I was like, there was way more people than that. So clearly that some people got away, right?
Yeah.
He'll track them down, meet up with them, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they, get up with them, be like, and then he'll be like, which way did they go?
Sounded like Will Smith when he was like, when he was doing the. Shout out to Fresh Prince.
Yeah, man. He's like, and then Boba Fett goes, we have to. Which way did they go? And then they go that way, and then they find some more Tuskens, and then they kill all the green people. Anything that's green. And that's the reason there's no grass on Tatooine.
And that's the story, how they ran out of grass.
Yeah, they go kill all of them.
Yeah, I think that that could be interesting. Like the death of all these Tusken Raiders could be sort of like a misdirect for all the people like us who assume that the Tusken Raiders are coming back. So make us not think about them, and then they'll just come back in the last couple episodes. Like, I thought we were dead, didn't you, motherfucker? That'd be cool. And also that coupled with
what I would
the
call
army
that?
he's already building.
You know what I would call it?
What's that?
Call that getting Favreau'd.
You just got Favreau'd.
Because nobody knew that Luke Skywalker was going to show up at the end of.
That's right.
Whatever episode was at the end of Mandalorian season 2.
And he also
some people knew because they get on Reddit and fucking find these things out somehow.
Man,
but
people don't like joy.
Most regular people, human beings who have a life, and didn't go and who have sex, they did not know that Luke Skywalker was going to be in the Mandalorian, and that was amazing, right? Call that being Favreau'd.
Call that being Favreau'd. Yeah,
at
he also
the end of
pulled a similar trick.
At the end of season 1, took the helmet off.
Yeah, and at the beginning of season 1, he brought the Mandalorians in for the superhero group thing too.
Favreau'd.
You got Favreau'd.
You got Favreau'd.
Oh, and at the end of Elf, he brings in Santa Claus. You just got Favreau'd.
And see what he just did to y'all, ladies and gentlemen, and that is called getting Frisco'd. Y'all just got Frisco'd. That is when you think it got nerdy, and then Alex drops just a little bit of something extra nerdy on there. He just mentioned that Favreau was the writer-director of Elf. He just made an Elf reference.
You're welcome.
It's like wearing white after 10 days after Labor Day.
Does anybody follow that rule anymore?
I do. How dare you? How dare you?
Wearing whites in the fall season.
How fucking dare you? So we got more Finnick this episode, but we didn't get enough.
Yeah, I'm tired of that underusing me not win.
When the Wookiee was getting busy.
Right, she was the very last person to show
find
up.
out that Finnick isn't on the up and up.
Dum.
She does work for herself.
I feel like there's been too much of a... She seems like a straight up loyal person. But I do agree that there hasn't been enough...
Bad writing is what you're saying.
Yeah. I feel like there hasn't been enough inclusion of her.
That was bad writing. That was not her fault. That was just bad writing.
Yeah. Like, it would have been more interesting if they had showed how strong the Wookiee is fighting, like, all 6 of them. And it takes literally all 6 of those guys to take him down. That would have been a lot more interesting than just, like, Finnick shows up at the very last second.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that. It's so bad. Well, what did you think about the Wookiees showing up?
I thought it was cool.
I mean, Wookiees. Sorry, the Hutts showed up.
Oh,
do you think they're still? Do you still think they're conjoined twins, or do you think that they grew together?
I don't know. I'm leaning towards grew together.
Yeah,
I'm leaning towards grew together because it's more gross, and I think that just is more appealing to me for some reason.
Grew together. We don't know how they are born. They might just grow. They might have grown out, and then that's how they. Yeah, I know. Don't throw up. It's It's gross.
In the animated series, I've seen smaller Hutts. So maybe they just like they come out really, really small.
Ooh, you
like
know what?
a slug,
just had a really
snail.
gross. Oh man, this is a really gross visual for people, so you can skip for like 10 seconds. But what if they like squirt them out of their ass and they squirt out a Hutt?
And
they go Jugatachi, oh gold dog, and fucking Wookiee baby pops out of the asshole.
Ukataka shit pushed in.
It's like Noki Taki shit push out, and a baby pops out.
I just thought about that episode of Futurama where the Slurm Queen is just like squirting out the shit. It's just like a assembly line of Jabba of Hutts.
Yeah, well, so that's what I'm saying. Like, so what if the Hutts are created by like the they just eat shit, they just consume, right? And what if in their body a little Hutt is being made?
So Hutts are just like an organic compilation of foods and like disaster, and then just comes out of a Hutt as a living creature
with an intelligence.
You know what? That's just gross enough to be logical for the Hutts.
Because you see how they move like a slug almost.
Yeah,
it kind of look like doo doo. And so what if that's how they were made?
That would be interesting.
And then I don't think we're gonna see that though. I don't think that's
probably
canon.
Not. Yeah, we're probably not. It'd be really crazy if we see like a 10-minute scene of just like.
Hey, I'm here. I'm like halfway here for it. Ugadachi Tugato.
This Mother's Day.
Ugati Tato Tuku. I'd watch a whole Hutt TV series.
Yeah,
I would watch that.
Keeping Up with the Hutts.
What was it called? Where did he say they were going back to?
Hutta? Is it Hutties?
Hutties?
I think so.
Hutta.
Or Hutta? I don't know. Like, let me do a quick Google. I can edit this out.
I'm going back to Hutta. We can just get like a whole fucking TV series based on wherever the Hutts are from, and then like just all Hutts all the time, and then just see like their politics, see like people backstabbing each other, like because they're obviously all criminals. They're kind of like the wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia, but they're Hutts. Clearly, and so there's gonna be like some drug addict Hutts.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be some
strung out Hutts.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some Hutts that like just so fucking mad they had to lock him up. Like he's in solitary confinement and shit. Like,
I would love it if there's like just keep the Sopranos gig thing going. If there's like a one like Chris from Sopranos who's like always on heroin, just like in and out of rehab.
What do you want from me, Tony? What do you want from me, Tony? Adriana, you made me kill my girlfriend. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
Season 2 of Book of Boba Fett.
No, that's gonna be the Hutt
that's right.
TV
That's
show.
the Hutties.
Hutties stuff. Is it Hutties?
Yeah. Oh no. Apparently the planet is called Hutt.
Hutt.
Yeah.
So they're going back to Hutt, and then like we can't do. Where is that TV series? Where is that TV series?
Yeah. Right.
Like, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm not sure if they've gotten into. Have they gone to the Hutt planet in any of the animated series?
Never.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'd be down for that.
Seen a lot of Hutts in the animated series, but never like gone to Hutt.
Right. Yeah. Specifically. Maybe we'll get something because they are expanding the universe a little bit with Ahsoka and Obi-Wan. I would really.
I'll soak her all over her. Whatever I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
Soak up with the biscuits.
I was saying something nasty. Yeah. Oh.
I would really like it if like we get a show that's again. I would like something maybe like 1,000 years in the past where we can delve into just like the lore of the Sith and the Jedi and when like we had like hundreds of both.
When Yoda was born, you want to go back?
Yeah, I mean before Yoda, before
right when he was born.
Yeah, like I would like to dive into some Knights of the Old Republic type shit. I've heard they're making some sort of project based on the first game, whether it be a movie or a TV show. I don't know. But that was a really great story.
Yeah, that's all folklore as far as I'm concerned. Because like, unless it's in production, it ain't in production.
Yeah, and Star Wars is they're
very picky, especially since Han Solo movie.
Yeah, that Solo movie really fucked them up, which is weird because that movie wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
Just
actually,
didn't do very well.
Let me tell you something, people. You guys need to relax.
Relax.
Solo movie wasn't that bad. I understand. It wasn't that great. But it wasn't as bad as The Last Jedi. And y'all love that.
Mm-hmm. Or Rise. Oh, I like less.
Oh, wait. No, wait.
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker doesn't even make sense. No Skywalker rose.
Yeah. Like, what?
What Skywalker rose?
Oh, man.
What,
I feel like we need to have...
Because if you're talking about old Ben Skywalker, that motherfucker died.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he didn't even ascend to his, like... He didn't even...
I guess he technically rose out of a hole with it.
to die.
Just to die.
But he didn't even get to, like, ascend with Luke and...
Yeah, he didn't get to be a Force ghost or nothing cool.
Nothing. Like... So he didn't even rise.
We really maybe around maybe around May the 4th we should talk about all the Star Wars movies. I really want to delve into that one.
We need to film it before May the 4th because I'm just gonna be mad the whole time, and I don't want to be mad on May the 4th.
Yeah, well we'll film all of them before it, and then we'll just like post it around the 4th.
Y'all, because y'all ain't ready for that because we don't like a lot of what's going on with Star Wars. The reason we watching these TV shows so hard is because these movies have sucked really bad. Mm-hmm. So, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I will say that Rise of Skywalker was my least favorite of all like the newer films. I'm not as like, I liked Rogue One, I liked Solo, I liked Last Jedi, but yeah, Rise of Skywalker just seemed like. Yeah, it was some sort of like an apology movie, but that's what I think that was one of the reasons. One of the reasons why The Mandalorian and Boba Fett is so great. I was listening to an interview with one of the directors of photography, and he was saying that their mentality when they go into every episode, when they're talking about shooting it, writing it, whatever, they think specifically, what would George have done in 1977 first? And then they build off of that. It's like, well, maybe we can't do this, this, and that, so we'll just do that with CGI or the volume or whatever. But they always thinking about practicality first.
I think what that means is, to a certain degree, like they actually have what he would have done because he had a vision for what he wanted to do.
Right.
So they just go back to old stuff. I think partially what he's
for
referring
sure.
to. Mm-hmm. Just doing research on their process. I think that's what he's partially talking about.
Yeah, and then luckily they got all the resources to check everything that anyone's ever done on Star Wars and apply that to their show, which I think is one of the reasons why it looks so spectacular.
Yeah.
But I am again, this is my least favorite episode, but I'm sure that once the whole story is put together, I will really
Hey, you gotta have an episode you don't like.
Yeah, I mean,
but you know what? This one had a black Wookiee in it more than the last episodes. So, black actors.
Shout outs to black actors.
I'm going with this one. They killed a bunch of Tusken Raiders who are obviously black. So
obviously. Or brown skin. I don't know.
Okay, clearly they're Afghan.
Yeah.
But right, clearly they're Syrian. But the point is, black actors got some black in the movie. I'd hate to find out that it'd be like a Darth Vader situation. Like you find out that the black Wookiee is played by a white dude.
I would love it if at the end we found out that the black Wookiee was played by Kevin Garnett. or like Shaq or something like that. Like somebody we would have never expected.
Let me tell you something.
Because you know how like in these Star Wars movies,
be amazing if he. Because he ran off at the end, and he looks so fucking awkward running. Like,
right?
Nigga, just walk away. Why are you running off? Like,
yeah, I was like, you don't have to run. You're going to have to.
That's why I have
running
a theory.
for a while.
That's why I have a theory. He's not going to, like, leave. He just, like, ran to, like, a corner somewhere. Like, he just ran.
Hiding behind a rock.
Yeah, he's just hiding behind a rock waiting because he's like, this nigga gonna need my help. And I like fighting. And he got some money.
Yeah, he got some green.
And he gonna probably win even without me. So I'm gonna hang out with him.
Sounds like a good payday if I stick around.
Shit, because they ain't getting paid for this one because that nigga's still alive.
Yeah, he was telling him to sell me off to some gladiators.
Or theory B, he just ran up to catch up with the Hutts to cut their throat. He was like, "Oh, y'all think this is a game? Oh, y'all just gonna try to sell me off like that? Huh? Hold up, goddamn."
That's a good point. He could be feeling a certain way about that.
Could have been like, "Oh, you just gonna sell your boy?
I got something for your ass."
17 years. No, 17 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Hutts be getting it. And then they hear,
Like,
17 years. 17. No. Fuck that.
you're like, when did you speak English? When did this happen? When you start?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy that no Wookiee speaks English?
Yeah, I mean, come on, step your game up. Learn a language.
No, it's fair. They don't know how to speak one language. They can understand all of them, though.
Yeah, they're pretty smart, I guess, in the sense that they can understand all languages.
Amazing engineers.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Although it feels like, they're good engineers. Yeah, they're good engineers.
You know, but still not smarter.
Yeah.
Than a Bantha.
Still not smarter than a Bantha.
Bantha, the most intelligent species in the Star Wars universe. People, I've talked to the Banthas.
Let it be known.
Very well read.
Also, speaking of the Banthas, apparently the Banthas we see in close-up are all practical with just like makeup, and they got like 4 dudes underneath just moving around. And the other ones you see in the background are CGI. I felt the need to throw in a Bantha fact in there since
Banthas, Banthas. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, like you said, the other ones they die.
They die. Yeah, they kill all the ones that's not practical.
So you got any like things that you're looking forward to in the next couple of episodes? I mean, I know that.
Nah, man, I'm looking forward to this battle. I think it's gonna. We got so much shit in this last one, so we can see some real get. I want to see niggas die. I'm tired of seeing Star Wars. What I realized when I was watching this is like Disney Plus doesn't like showing people die, and like, dude, Star Wars kills a lot of people. I haven't seen anybody die yet.
Yeah,
Boba Fett is a bounty hunter. Nobody's died.
That's true.
Except for all the good people.
Yeah. And good people dying from bad people.
And the
that's
monsters.
All. Yeah.
Who are just animals hanging out in their own habitat while you're just disturbing it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're
very upset.
Specifically trying to distance, like make Boba less of a violent person, or if they're trying to make the show just less violent. But
we'll find out in episode 4.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out in episode 4.
We're going to war.
We're going to war.
I'm going to go with it and guess that the title is going to be War.
All right, yeah, that's a fair assessment.
War. But I mean, I'm sure there's already a list of episode names out there. So
war.
If
you say war with an Australian accent, or can you
I don't
spell
know.
it?
War. And it's New Zealand.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, look, don't you say nothing to make up. Look, I can't be. New Zealand people are bigger than you think. And I'm not trying to like deal with them. I'm not trying to.
But they got so far to go to get to me. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Look, so anyway, I love you, New Zealand. Don't fight me. I don't like fighting people. The next episode is gonna be dope. I think they're gonna fight a lot. We're gonna see people get shot, and I might see somebody die.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if the next step. This is episode 3, right? So episode 4, I feel like is gonna be another kind of filler, and I'm just going off of what I've heard from the DP. But I feel like the last 3 episodes are gonna be the jump off, and this next one's probably gonna be similar to episode 3, but we'll see.
No, I don't think this next episode is gonna be. Well, I don't know. Getting ready for war, probably gonna be whack. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, the next episode is just gonna be like preparations of war. Maybe preparations of war is gonna be the next episode.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And then episode 6 or episode 5.
I'm so glad you said it, so that it's said, so that when it happens, I don't feel so depressed. Because I'll be so fucking mad if that happens. It's like, what? I predicted it, and now they just go put on there preparations for war. Fucker. But yeah, put in the comments if you like the impersonations. Put in the comments if you like the show, and put in the comments some comments, because we love you.
Yeah, we love all you guys.
We appreciate y'all. And Mayor Bill, I'm loving it. I'm going with Mayor Bill.
Yeah, we're rolling with Mayor Bill. Thanks to pause for dramatic effect.
Yeah, why would you do that? Why did you do that?
Timothy Fuller. Shout outs to Timothy Fuller for the Mayor Bill comment.
That's right.
But thank you so much, guys, for listening and for subscribing. We've gotten a lot of subscribers over the past couple months, and I just want to take a second to thank all you guys for that.
Shout out to you newbies. Snoochy boochies.
Snoochie boochies, newbie noochies. Thanks for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so you can get updates on new episodes of the pod and new video essays from yours truly. And we also got some music on Spotify. Check us out at Into Never. Until next time, stay safe, my little black Wookiees, and may the Force be with you.